struggled a little bit in his debut yesterday, and expectations are different for this young man out of Kentucky. And then Joe Young, who really surprised a lot of people when he got minutes last year.
Yeah, and also played very well for them. I think with Harrison, important to see how he bounces back after the tough start in game one. And he's going to have a tremendous challenge because Joe Young can flat out get it done offensively. Much improved in the pick and roll action that you'll see a lot of with George Niang. If those two are out there playing, what a job he's done, and really just completely revamping the roster, the identity of this Pacers organization from just a few years ago when they were more of a maul and brawl group. Now they're, I think, firmly entrenched in playing a more up-tempo style again.
48-34 team last year with the basketball. They were third in the Southeast and lost that heartbreaker in the first round and lost in 7 games in the first. They got the switch. Will it pay off? And Deshaun Thomas going to the
times affected his ability to be effective at that swing position.
Good run and good find. Niang on the punch into the third. He's under contract next year. So is Christmas. And it's going to be a foul on Christmas. Good take that time by Harrison.
And that's what Harrison does.
By Glenn Robinson to make sure Mike Tobey couldn't collect it. Nobody accounted for Robinson. And a strong move to the hole.
I tell you, I've seen something that's really of NBA front offices.
Got to get back in transition. Robinson.
There you go. In terms of how he's going to coach this next go-round.
Good call. Can't work with Clydesdales if you want to run.
Yeah. It's positives to be made out of that.
We'll get into the changes for the Pacers. Good look. Glenn Robinson the third.
Of how Danny Ainge has constructed that roster. So nice give and go action there, but doing a really solid job as a playmaker in the half court.
Quarterman on a step back gets a soft roll. That's Tim.
Will happen for you.
Setting it up on an easy one.
There you go. That far away, and the hope has got to be with these new additions that they're going to be even closer next season.
Nick Elbow, good gather. Okanobo rather.
Setting up that pick and roll there.
Patience.
Yeah, not go so quickly. Then nice find. Good patience there.
That's the difference. Quarterman trying to go strong, and Whittington thought he had a clean block. Look that way from here.
It sure did, partner. It was a great, just enough space to get that over, but it looked like Whittington had great timing on that. Oh, yeah, that to me.
All ball.
It looked pretty clean, but again, that official underneath the baseline. Yeah, that looked pretty clean.
And
their passion and dream is to one day be an NBA official. Not a bad gig, partner.
Jacobs at the buzzer gets it. You said yesterday, ATM's open on Sunday.
Yeah, that's right.
So,
smart move by those involved with the summer league to just kind of entice the players and the coaches, for that matter. Almost did this. Yep.
Julian Jacobs, good moves. Blocked from behind. How about Whittington's been there a half hour, and it'll pay off.
It sure will. At it because of the role they have as players. Oh, Johnson, I didn't get that first one, but at first you don't succeed.
As Kyrie Irving told me earlier this week, what saw Monday in New York, got the switch they wanted.
Yeah.
Came out of the timeout. Pacers. I like the look on Patrick's face. Walters sizing it up and waited. Nobody was there.
Got to convert there on that triple.
York on the close. He'll get there. Had a good finish.
Yeah, I tell you, I've realized, but also pretty savvy here in finishing in traffic amongst the trees.
The coaches have to sell guys. Come on. Trust the system and what we're trying to do. Brandon Paul, he shot clock. Walters, mid-range game. And he got a soft roll. So he missed his first 3.
From a cap-wise, to be able to handle that deal.
Little step through. Nifty play. Quarterman didn't get into the game yet. Walters, they got the switch. And they get the finish.
That first half. And give credit to Charlotte. They've struggled offensively at times as well, but boy, have they gotten after it on the defense. Actually, in some respects, the Summer League equally as vital for the officials that are budding to become, well, them honing their crafts, getting better at it.
More reps, good take. Joe Young, former Oregon Duck. Minutes. Good take, though. Joe Young
does a good job there of finishing
Miles Turner grabbed everybody's attention out of their draft. They had Miles Turner 11th overall, and then Joe Young was taken 43rd overall, as it is Phil.
Much off the dribble at the rim. And another nice find there.
Into the shot clock. You don't have to ask this guy to shoot. Curls it home. Deshaun.
It's definitely there.
Good run. Niang and protected it, didn't he, with the rim?
That was really impressive. I mean, it was a beautiful find there. Contact and able to convert there. And then how about this find here? And I like Yang moving without the basketball. Loses in traffic and then a beautiful finish.
9 assists on 16 makes for the Indiana Pacers. Great ratio in Summer League. Now they've got to cut down on the turnovers on the lead. Harrison, that's his.
And I think he's calmed down a little bit.
Boy, the extra pass again. How about Rob? Shot clock for Gabe York. And on the crossover, got the space.
Ooh, that was nice.
That was pretty. That crossover. It's a takeaway and a good read on the diagonal. And an easy one for Robinson. So 5-point game. Turnover with Niang. Man, Paul was right there, wasn't he? Brandon Paul points off his own takeaway.
About my jumper and able to knock down the triple.
Getting inside Young, and how about Christmas? Knows his. Harrison up against Robinson on a step-back action. And all of a sudden, it's boy coming off that screen. Good touches. Walters for 3, pays off. Extra passes.
Yeah, and good execution. You talk about it. They had a little.
We've been talking about it, Greg. Extra passes paying off.
Yeah, the ball movement's been really good here down the stretch for the Pacers.
Now, NBA head coach. They have, when they're unrestricted, these guys, all of a sudden everybody's involved in the process. Let's face it. Good look outside. And a willing passer, as we saw in the first half, back out there. Shot clock coming down. And on the switch, you saw it. Whittington does save it. Good pass. The finish for Hicks. Scotty Hobson found him on the high post. So we're even in the quarter once again, like we saw in the second. Step back time for Harrison. That looked good.
Yeah, that did. That looked very.
York, boy, that was tough. Almost 30 teams in pace of play. It'll be Blackshear, deep one, and he's got it. So we talked about the young man who's don't. And a turnover. Julian Jacobson leaked out early.
This team.
And they got a vet who can play at a very high level. Good take by Glenn Robinson on the spin against Harrison. Toby tried to clean things up. Good court recognition. That's Thomas's game right there.
Yeah.
Like 16-18. Harrison. They're going to call a foul or a moving pick. Over the top. And Toby will get the finish, but a beautiful pass by Paul.
I'm glad your comfort level and the familiarity with what's going on, especially because they've been in the system for a year. And Paul, tell you what, and then the Hornets able to take advantage here. Nice screen as Paul comes off of that triple.
Fresh shot box, so no hurry, but Toby will take it anyway and get the long deuce just inside.
Absolutely, they're going to be in that market for guys that can make shots consistently.
Gabe York tries to put it away and may have done just that. So as we approach the final minute, it'll be Glenn Robinson the third, just inside the arc, the long deuce. So Robinson with the bucket, his 7th man for Patrick Ewing's squad. I don't want to see him on the post even at this point of his career. Stay with us as we continue.